welcome to this video. Oh, it's been a while, but I'm back and I am my spirits have been lifted and I love it. Though I have to leave for work in like an hour or so. I guess I should hurry up with this. Anyways, today's book talk is on Dark Skies by Danielle Jensen. And oh my god, I love this book. If you follow me on Twitter, you would know that I gave this a 5-star rating because it is amazing. And I gave it a 5-star even though it took me a really long time to get through this because I was reading, because of Dark Shores, I really wanted more Tiriana and Marcus. So I wasn't really too keen on Lydia and Killian, but about 150 pages in, I started to get really invested in their lives, and now I love this book. I love all characters, and oh my god, I love them all. They're great. It's an amazing book, and if you, like me, almost DNF'd it because you wanted Tiriana and Marcus and not Lydia and Killian, I highly suggest you give it another go. It really changed. Like, I was prepared to just be like, no, I don't want to read this, and I almost did start a new book, but I didn't. So here we are, and now let's talk about Dark Skies. First, we have Lydia. Now, Lydia is the best friend of Tiriana, who Tiriana thinks betrayed her, and as I said in my Dark Shores book talk, I don't think she did. It's just not a Lydia thing to do. And you know, I was right. It was Vivius who brought the book to Lucius Cassius, and that's how it all came to be. I also love how Lydia's a character who technically needs glasses, because I can understand that. Granted, she's nearsighted, I'm farsighted, so it's not really the same thing. But it's always nice to see a character who sees blurry things without their glasses. It's nice, and I was really glad to be reading something like that. Lydia's just a scholar, and she's so good. And she gets marked by Hijiria, and another thing about this book is I am so glad the God marked are kind of a bit more explained here. So there's no real tell for a God marked person, except healers are kind of, Hijiria's mark has a mind of its own sometimes, and healers have an issue like controlling it sometimes. And from Dreamon, the god of like war, you just get better instincts and stuff like that. And yeah, there's no real tell, but the people who are marked can tell that they have been marked. And when you're marked, you're visited by a god. So, yeah. Also, Hijiria knows who Lydia's parents are, and I want to know who her parents are. I think, now I could be wrong, but I think she is the forlorn princess that supposedly died. Supposedly. But who knows? It's just what I think She could be a part of the Forlorn family, and I really think she is, especially since they stated in the book that Lydia looks like a younger version of, was it Darina? I think it's Darina Forlorn. And I'm all for it. I'm all for Lydia being a Forlorn. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, but yeah, I would love it. So, Killian, now we're moving on from Lydia, we're going to Killian. Killian was marked by Tremon, and then he lost a battle at the wall, and now there's a war going on, but he's not allowed to fight in it because everyone thinks the gods turn their backs on him. No. Oh, Killian, Killian is such a wholesome man. He's such a wholesome man, and I love him. And I'm gonna get so flustered because he's my new book boyfriend. And honestly, Marcus can get out of here now. So I got Killian. Killian, I just love how Killian puts himself in danger over everyone else. He's so caring. He's so goddamn loyal. Which is actually a frustrating part for me, is how loyal he is to Princess Malahi, who is a fucking bitch. I don't care what you say. She is a bitch, and well, I don't particularly care about her. It's just what I'm gonna say. Really, I hate her. I just hate her so much. I just can't. So, Malahi's the daughter of King Sarek. King Sarek is a horrible king. Malahi is supposed to be somewhat of a better ruler, but I don't trust her. And since it's said at the end that she's dead because she was taken by Rufina, who is the queen of the corrupted, I'm not entirely, unless I see I learned this ages ago, unless I see a body, unless there's a body, they are not dead. That's just straight up facts. There's nothing else about that. If you don't see a body, they aren't dead. I don't care. I don't care. I need body to prove that someone is dead. And also, Malahi and basically forcing Killian into marriage with her. I hate it. It's all for her own gain. And Killian belongs with Lydia. I don't care. Killian belongs with Lydia. They belong together. And the amount of times either one of them has nearly died, and the other one comes to save each other. I was so distraught for a lot of this book because the near deaths that Killian has and that Lydia has are just too much for me, and I just can't. Anyways, let's get out of the emotional part. I like the guardswomen. I also like that there's a gay couple there. I think it's Gwen and Lena. And I also love how Lena is the one that said it was unfair what had been done to Lydia at the end when Malahi had told her, I'm going to turn you in because you're a healer, and healers are supposed to be at the temple and being worked to no end until you finally succumb and die. And honestly, I hate her. I hate Malahi. But she's sent Lydia to go and kill her father, and I mean, I guess, but also the way Lydia would have to do it would, I'm assuming, make her corrupted, because apparently healers have the ability to save lives and also to take lives. They can do both. But it would turn her into corrupted, and I'm pretty sure anyway, and I just don't want that. No. And Lydia's terrified of it as well, because since she learned she could do it, because she did it to a corrupted, it doesn't mean shit. And I'm glad Lydia didn't do it, because that would have made for a very, very heartbreaking thing. And, yeah. Also, Hacken, Killian's older brother, well, oldest brother, can go fucking die. Please kill him. I'm begging here. Kill the fucker. I can't deal with it. No. Hacken can die. Also, I love Killian's mother's entrance. It's great. But also the fact that she says to Hacken, you can't organize a closet without somehow making it political, is my favorite line. Because Hacken's just political brains, because he's a High Lord. But I just love how their mother calls him out on it. And Hacken just plays politics all the time. And it's awful, and I hate him, and I really want to... I am not proficient in politics in any way, so I don't know what he could have gained from having Killian marry Malahi when she's queen. Not entirely sure, but you never know. Burkola, giantess. I love it. But she's... I'm conflicted. I love her. But at the end, when she goes for the spear, she's with the spear, and it's hinted that King Sarek thinks that it was not aimed for him, it was aimed for Lydia. If Burkola had aimed for Lydia, I'm gonna instantly turn and be like, no, I don't like you, die. Because I can't. Lydia dies, I die. Killian dies, I die. Any of these characters die, I'm gonna die. And I also like how we saw Bait in this. Really nice, and Bait now knows that Lydia didn't betray, and it's great, and I love it, and it's amazing. Now, aside from the war going on, there's also another thing called blight, and it takes away the life. It takes away all functioning except anger, all functioning brain things except anger and just wanting to kill those who are not otherwise afflicted with them. And God, the amount of people that Killian and Burkola had to kill or their citizens. I feel so sorry for Killian. It's no. And the only thing that saved Lydia from that fate was the fact that she was God-marked. And Killian's God-marked. And also, Malahi's God-marked, so that was also interesting, but it came to no use. Nothing. So that's another reason why I don't think Malahi's dead. She might have more purpose. I don't know. I want her to die, but that's me. Because if she's dead, then Killian and Lydia. I know the laws don't really allow it. I hate King Sarek's laws. Like, no, you're overworking your godmark. That's just losing faith. Lydia, captured at the end by the temple. I hate it. I hate it so much. And the fact that she told Killian not to free her. I need Gilded Serpent now. I couldn't cry during this because I was out in public reading because I had work yesterday. But my God, if Killian doesn't get her free, I'm seriously going to just cry. And God damn it, I don't want her here. I want Tyrion and Marcus together and Killian and Lydia together. That's it. Just, I want that to happen. I don't want any of them to be brokenhearted or anything. It's not fair. The fact that she says she chose this and Killian nods, I don't think that's the end there. No. Killian's gonna save Lydia. And then Lydia and Tyrion are gonna somehow join up. And there's gonna be a whole debacle. And we're gonna figure out Marcus. Marcus is still meh. I don't know how to deal with Marcus, but Tyrion and Lydia become friends. Lydia and Killian get together, and we figure out Marcus later. But yeah, this book was amazing. It made me feel so much emotion, and I'm so happy for that. So yeah, that's the end of this video. Please give it a like if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't, and ring that bell next to the subscribe button to get notified when I upload new videos, because I do not have a schedule, even though I try to. My next book is Sky Without Stars by Jessica Brody and Joanne Rindle, so look forward to that whenever I finish it. I started it, and honestly, a sci-fi book, because I don't believe it's fantasy, a sci-fi book after all of this fantasy that I've been reading is so refreshing, and I love it. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!